Alright, welcome back. You've probably watched some other videos before this, so I'll go ahead and I'll say welcome back. I want to show you how to close a document because it may or may not be intuitive, and then also how to create a form. We're going to create a form real quick and talk about some of the uses of that. So it's real simple. You can see this saved at 11 minutes ago. I can type in something new, and I can come up here to save now. Or if I wait long enough, it's going to saving and saved. And I didn't actually click anything, it just saves every few seconds. And so I typed in something new, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, let's see, I don't think I can do it from here. I am just going to click on Back to Google Documents, and it's going to take me back to my Google Docs. Now I could have just closed the tab, that would have worked too. I could have just closed the tab and went back to my original tab, but either way works out. So I'm actually going to close that tab and close that one. And I'm actually going to create a form because I think forms are very, very powerful. So create a form, and it's a really nice user interface. And so basically what I'm looking at is I'm looking at my design for a form. So I can title the form. I can say, let's going to make it my summer registration for my money workshop. And of course, I misspell things. All right, and then I can put in some text. Maybe I'll put in, this is from June 14th through the 18th. Lunch is provided. I would put all my details here, basically. And I could, put in returns, and I can do different things. And then I would ask some sample questions. So, great first question. What is your first name? And, in my help text, I can say first name only, please. And my question type is text. I could make it paragraph text, but that's a longer answer, and it makes sense just to leave it text. And you know what? Everybody's going to have a first name, so I'm just going to make that a required question. Now, I may like this so much that, if we're asking for a first name, we're going to need a second name. So there's three boxes here. One is the edit, the second one is the duplicate, and the third one is the delete. I'm going to go ahead and click on duplicate, and you can see I'm in a new question here. Here's my previous question that I was working on, and I'm going to change this to last name. And you can see my question title here is in bold. My help text is in a little bit of gray, and my text box is actually here. Now I can't do anything with it because I'm in edit mode, but this will appear as a white box when I'm actually done with the making of questions. And again, I'm going to make this a required question. Now I may want, and I should have talked about that. To get to a question, I just double click, and that brings it up and it makes it the active question. So this one is, we're going to ask them an open-ended question. What money questions do you have? And in the help text, we'll say, these will not be shared with the group, but will help guide the session. Something. And I'm going to make that paragraph text. And I'm not going to make it required. Maybe you don't have any money questions, and so we're going to be done. Now, I can do some pretty powerful things at this point. I can add some more items, and you can see I've got all sorts of different items. So I've got text, I've got paragraph text, multiple choice, where you have to pick one, checkboxes, where you can choose multiple, choose from a list, which is basically gives you a drop down. It's very similar to multiple choice, and then a scale. So if I need to ask you how comfortable are you with whatever, I can ask you on I believe it's a 1 to 5 scale, 1 to 7 scale. And then a grid, I can ask you a lot of the scale questions, but in a simple manner. I can also make it multiple pages. So for example, you may have a registration where you're taking two different types, let's say student and adult registration or something. And you can actually put in multiple pages, and depending on people's answer, you can actually send them to different pages. So if you have adults, you can send them to their own page, and if you have students, they can go to their own page and answer their own unique questions. And they can still come back at the end and answer questions there. It's very powerful, very similar to SurveyMonkey in that respect, and best of all, it's free. You don't pay anything for that, and it will just collect your responses. So I'm going to go ahead and choose multiple choice, and I'm going to actually add in a page break as well, and make a student page just to give you an idea. So you can see we've got a page break here, and here we've got that untitled question that's multiple choice, and I can say choose what best fits you. Please choose one. And now you can leave this help text blank. I just do that. So we're going to choose student, and we're going to choose adult. So students go to the student page, and I'm actually going to add in another page break here. The adult page. And the adults go to the adult page based on those answers. And we're going to make that a required question. All right. And then we're done with that question. So this one will take you to either the student page or the adult page. So let's ask some questions here on the student page. We're going to add in another. Let's choose a grid. So real simple, and it's pretty simple. But you can see this is under adult, and I wanted to move it under student, so I can just actually pick up this question and move it right here. Real simple. I can navigate between pages. I don't have to. I've seen some software where you actually have to jump to that page and do some work on it. It's real simple here. You can edit everything from just one piece. It makes everything so simple. So we can have 5 columns. I was right here, and we could say, strongly agree, and strongly disagree, and disagree. We can set it up so these are our column labels, and then we can just add rows. So I like having money. Money helps make my life better. I don't know, whatever you want to say. And we have to add a question title here. So attitudes. I mean, whatever you want to put in here, it just works. So then we'll click done, and you can see here what our grid is going to look like. If you want, we can also copy it, and maybe you want the adults to answer it as well. We can just copy it, pull it down, put it in the adult section, and we've got it in both. So okay, you may be saying, all right, Andrew, what does this really look like? And so let's look. Oop, that's not it. Let's actually go to our spreadsheet. So I'm going to choose See Responses, Spreadsheet, and that's going to take me to where I'm collecting all these responses. Some of these other pieces, like embed, we can actually put this in a website, and so that's the code right there. You just put that into your website, and your survey will appear right in your website. They don't have to go to this actual page. There's a confirmation, so when they submit something, it actually says, thanks, your response has been recorded. We can actually change it to thank you for registering. See you at the event. All right, and I can actually hit save. And that's what they see when they end the survey. And I can put links in there. I can do all sorts of fun things. So, and actually, I can email this form to people if I want. They can do it in an email. But really, I just want to see that spreadsheet. And so we go to the spreadsheet, and you can see here's where my responses are dumped. So gives me a timestamp, when was it submitted, and then the information. And I can manipulate this. I'm just in a regular spreadsheet. So the raw data is going to come in here. I can add in another sheet, because I don't like to work in my raw data sheet. But I can add any other sheet, and I can do formulas on that. I can count the number of people that maybe we're putting out a choice of lunch, and I can count the number of people that want chicken, or I can count the number of people that want steak, whatever. I can count that up just by using simple countifs and such. So really, really simple. Now you may want to see, what does that form look like in the live. I can actually go here to form and go to live form, and this is what people see. It's a little drab. I can actually change this template. That's another option, but I think it works pretty good actually. Actually, here's my theme is plain. I can choose a different theme here. Oh, this is very pretty. We'll choose letterhead. It looks like we're registering for a wedding here. So we can change it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and register for this event because it looks awesome. I'm going to skip any questions, and I'm going to choose adult and hit continue. And it takes me to the adult page, which is exactly what should happen. And I like having money. I don't know if I strongly agree with it, but it's good. It gives me choices. And money does help make my life better because it gives me those choices. And I'm going to hit submit. And thank you for registering. See you at the event. And then if I click back in my spreadsheet, look, there I am. Real time coming in. That's why if you build your formulas in sheet 2, and you build them correctly, looking at the whole column, you can actually pull in real-time statistics of people when they're registering and how many people have registered for this, that, or the other. No need to actually send presenters information. It'll all be right here, and they can figure out how many people are going to be in their presentations. So all sorts of really cool and interesting and fun things to do. I almost think I've gone too much in time, or taken too much time talking about it, but it's really powerful. So just wanted to let you know, and if you have any questions, send them my way. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.